Oakwood University is in the news again. If you could remember, I shared with you a video 7 months ago concerning how the past students of Oakwood University were concerned about the financial situation of the school. And before we get into today's video about the school, I want us to go back and watch how the alumni of the university were so concerned about the financial situation of the school and also about the enrollment of the school. Let's watch it.
Well, for months, Oakwood University's alumni and former faculty have been calling for more transparency and accountability when it comes to their beloved school. They have demanded action on financial challenges they believe the university is facing, but have seen little movement or no progress. I shared that with you back in October. Now their requests are turning into very sharp rhetoric and calling for the president to resign.
What we're ultimately hoping for is not just a change in who's in the president's office, but in a change in how Oakwood operates culturally and as a system.
But for these three, who represent a much larger group of 1,700 Oakwood University alumni, former faculty and staff call the concerned Oakwoodites, change can only start at the top. Now calling for University President Dr. Leslie Pollard to resign.
We know you're facing financial challenges. We want to know how bad and what's the plan to get out of it.
In a December letter calling for Pollard's resignation, the concerned Oakwoodites cite a number of what they call troubling patterns: financial misrepresentations, enrollment declines, the accreditation status of the nursing program, and even Dr. Pollard's raises.
It appears as though some things have been done that were patently manipulative and deceptive.
They highlight a 2022 audit conducted on the historically black Seventh-day Adventist institution, citing $43 million in total consolidated liabilities.
Consequently, we just had to go dig in the 990 forms and the financial statements to come up with our own answers. So there's been no effort to explain the finances when we see the decline.
That's a problem when you're not consistently increasing your enrollment to a level where you have the level of revenue to balance out the operation.
Oakwood spokesperson issued a statement explaining its position in response to enrollment. Quote, "Like most faith-based colleges and universities, including Seventh-day Adventist universities in the North American Division, Oakwood University faces the challenge of attracting greater numbers of students from a shrinking available pool." Accreditation? On December 6, 2023, the 77 members of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges Board of Directors, on behalf of the U.S. Department of Education, voted the full 10-year institutional accreditation to the university through to 2032. And finances. Quote, "Previous financial and enrollment challenges required adjustments in financial operations, but did not affect solvency. Expenditures on student scholarships and designated funds used for capital projects reduced our cash on hand. However, there has been no new indebtedness." And regarding Dr. Pollard, the Board of Trustees strongly supports and affirms the president, his administrators, the university's dedicated faculty, our sacrificial staff, and the stellar students we are each privileged to serve. End quote.
Alright, so friends, that video came up 7 months ago, and now there is a new concern coming from some of the past students of the school, and it's all about wearing of earrings or wearing of jewelry by students. Alright, so I'm going to read this article right now, and it contains some of the issues currently happening in the Oakwood University. Alright, and this article was shared by Fulcrum Post. Alright, and so let's get into it. It says, "Please sign this petition to stop Oakwood University from lifting ban on wearing jewelry. To Dr. Leslie Pollard, President, Oakwood University." It says, "The content and intent of this letter are to petition you and your administration to suspend, halt all deliberations on the proposed abrogation and reinterpretation of the GC and NAD codified principles of the SDA Church and practices on the adornment and jewelry issue at Oakwood University. Our concerns that actuate the importance of this petition revolves and evolves on the procedural process that is currently being employed and deployed to obfuscate and obscure the clear, fixed, paradigmatic locus of control that regulates the principle on the denominational teaching and practice of not wearing jewelry as outlined in our fundamental beliefs, which is codified by church policy. The essence of our appeal is to call for the suspension of the current deliberations to allow the wearing of jewelry at Oakwood University, prefaced on the criterion that the General Conference policy, which codifies principles formed and informed by the Bible and the spirit of prophecy, have not been deployed in the Oakwood process. We understand that these principles are codified in our fundamental beliefs. Point number 2. Has Oakwood generated surveys to ascertain data and feedback from the parents about the normalization of adornment and jewelry? Point number 3. How will this process affect the image of Oakwood and faithful monetary donors who faithfully support Oakwood University? In fact, friends, there are some more points that were given here, but I just wanted to read these 3 because I cannot read all of them. But if you want to read all of them, then I will put the link in the description for you to read it for yourself. So, friends, it looks like there is pressure on the university's administration. There is pressure on the president of the university concerning the financial situation of the school, concerning the low enrollment levels, and also concerning the current move by the university to allow the wearing of jewelries on campus. I don't know what to think about this situation because, on many of the SDA campuses, students are not required to wear jewelries because it is part of our beliefs. It is part of the belief of the church, and the institution is also for the church. It's a church institution, so it is also governed by the beliefs of the church. And I do not think that it is okay for the Oakwood University to abandon the beliefs of the church and allow students to wear jewelries on campus. I do not agree that the students of Oakwood University be allowed to wear jewelries because the church does not encourage the wearing of jewelries. Friends, I want to also know what you think about this. Alright, so share your thoughts in the comment section and share this video with friends on campus. Alright, so this is all that I had to share with you today. More stories are coming up, so if you have not subscribed to this channel, be sure to do that in order not to miss any video I publish. Thank you for watching. My name is Lawrence, and see you next time.